Hi, I'm Tom Dempsey here at Jazz at Lincoln Center, and I'm going to build upon a lesson I did previously where I introduced rootless chord voicings over the tune Perdido. And in this lesson, we're going to address playing guide tones. Now, in case you're not familiar with what guide tones are, they're the third and seventh of any chord. The third and seventh are really the most definitive notes that you'll have in a chord. They're what really define the quality of the harmony. And by just playing the third and seventh, you can hear the harmonic movement from minor sevenths to dominant sevenths to major sevenths and everything in between. So we're going to start with our C minor seventh chord. If we remember, a full C minor seventh chord is played like this here in essentially eighth position. And I have my root, my flat seven, my flat third, and my fifth of the chord in this voicing. And it's very important to start to get familiar with the different chord tones that exist in the voicings, where they are, to be able to locate them, because as you start to understand voicings more thoroughly, you'll be able to develop your own kinds of voice leading movements between chords. So if I take and get rid of my root here, and I get rid of the fifth, I end up with this. My flat 3 and flat 7. Here's the flat 3, here's the flat 7 of C minor 7. So by just playing those notes with the root being played, I get the full sound of the chord being represented. So from there, if I take my second finger and move down 1/2 step, I get the third and seventh of my F7 chord. Remember, the F7 chord was like this. Now I've gone from C minor 7 to F7. So second finger is playing the A on the 7th fret of the D string. Third finger is playing E flat on the 8th fret of the G string. That's the F7. Then I move to B flat major 7 specifically, and this is the full voicing. But the third and seventh are right there. So I go from this, F7, and just bring my third finger down 1/2 step to the 7th fret, and I have the major 7th of my B flat major 7 and the major 3rd of my B flat major 7. So by going, I have my 2, my 5, and my 1 in B flat major. So now from that B flat major, the next chord that we have is E flat 7. For that, I can get the third and seventh right here on my D and G string, third of G played here by my second finger on the 5th fret, and my D flat being played on the 6th fret of the G string. Then I move up here to essentially like 10th position. And that same way that I played the C minor 7, for D minor 7, I'm going to play it here on the 10th fret. There I have C, my flat 7, and F, my flat third or minor third. Then I lower my second finger down 1/2 step to play the third of the G7. And then I go back to C minor 7, down here in 8th position. Then back to F7 and B flat major 7. Then, like what we had in bars 3 and 4 of the progression, we also have in the first ending, where we go to E flat 7, back to D minor 7, to G7, and then we repeat the A section and play exactly what we just did, and an end on B flat major. So here are the first 2 A sections of Perdido played with guide tones with the metronome on 2 and 4. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear the harmonic movement throughout all the chord changes there in the A section. Sounds great, you hear all the harmony. but a little clinical, right? Played that way. Let's do it now with the Charleston rhythm. So once again, I'll be playing on beats 1 and the and of 2 for this rhythm. It's a very important rhythm to learn. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you have it. Check out this progression using the guide tones. It's very important to get these guide tones down because it's really the foundation. Once you get the guide tones under your fingers and really understand the concept, then you can start to beef up your voicings and add other kinds of notes on top of the guide tones. For example, I could go, instead of that, I could go there or here, but that's later on down the line. For now, get these guide tones down, experiment maybe with some other kinds of comping rhythms, and when you're ready, come join me in another lesson.